Item Number SCP-7000 Object Class Euclid Update Not Applicable. Special Containment Procedures. IO Minerva is to monitor internet and news media for keywords relating to newly discovered SCP-7000 instances, which are to be concealed or discredited as necessary. Update. Following the dissolution of the Veil, containment of SCP-7000 has ceased. Research will continue in collaboration with the Beijing Institute of Anomalous Science. Description: SCP-7000 is a universal probabilistic phenomenon associated with ancient Rome. SCP-7000 Instance Log. SCP-7004. The collective designation for 31 individual instances wherein a random text generator fully produced DNA. An epic by the Roman poet Publius Proclus Moro. Scans indicate that no thaumaturgic or ontokinetic activity was involved. SCP-7018, a 3x2 replica of the Roman theater of Doga, an ancient theater in what is the Belgian Governorate of Tenencia. It was the location of the annual Doga International Festival until 2025, when local lethal events made event organization impossible. It was discovered on Mars. It appears to have naturally formed from the surrounding rock through erosion. No thaumaturgic or ontokinetic activity was detected. SCP-7096, the meteorite in the form of the Ferentre sarcophagus, an ornately shaped Roman sarcophagus from 140 to 150 CE. It was discovered on the surface of Pluto. Analysis suggests that its collision with the surface of the dwarf planet damaged it in such a way as to result in its current shape. No thaumaturgic or ontokinetic activity was detected. SCP-7146, the lingua franca, the primary language of the Fermat, an alien species that communicates by expelling gas from the joints of its exoskeleton. Despite the Fermat's vastly different mode of communication, the lingua franca's written form is functionally indistinguishable from classical Latin. SCP-7264, a 4.3 km by 0.9 km Roman victory column on the planet Trappist 1E. It appears to have previously been a mountain that underwent extreme seismic activity. SCP-7338, Omicron Ceti, a red giant pulsating variable star that is approximately 200 to 400 light-years from the Sun. It is part of the Earth constellation Cetus. Its irregular shifts in brightness are, when viewed across multiple centuries, able to be read as Morse code, translating to Veni Vidi Vici. SCP-7509, the alien civilization that formerly existed on the planet Kepler 753b, which was founded by a species of animate coral. Its culture and much of its known history is nearly identical to that of ancient Rome. Kepler 753b underwent an XK-class end-of-the-world scenario approximately 1.2 billion years ago, when its largest supervolcano erupted. Evidence of life on Kepler 753b only exists due to the thick layer of volcanic ash that has since coated 83.1% of the planet's surface. SCP-7000 appears to be a form of convergent probability in the way that convergent evolution is the developmental phenomenon of unrelated species reaching analogous results. Convergent probability is the causal phenomenon of unlike causes having the same effects. Ever since I was a child, I have been obsessed with trying to make sense of the universe. Having entered my adolescence shortly after the veil was dropped, I grew up entrenched in the ensuing cultural craze over anomalies. It was inevitable, in hindsight, to be an 11-year-old girl and learn that magic was real. It captured my every waking moment. How could it not? To my young mind, it was at once captivating and terrifying to peer behind the Foundation shroud, to discover that the world was so full of things that couldn't be explained or even described. It was a waking dream and an inescapable nightmare. I couldn't tear myself away. The more I learned, the more I understand how little I would ever know. When I started my tenure at the Beijing Institute of Anomalous Science, I began to find some relief from the existential horror and chaos theory. The world is unpredictable and unfathomably strange, yes, but it all still operates on the complex system of fundamental laws. Consider the second law of thermodynamics. Despite everything, one can at least trust that the universe will always progress towards a state of lower energy. Entropy provides a sort of bleak comfort and its absolute certainty. These philosophical concerns went far from my mind when I began studying SCP-7000. Once again, I faced a universe that made no sense. SCP-7000 shouldn't be possible without some degree of reality alteration. But wherever we found it, helium levels remained stable. No trace of thaumaturgic or ontokinetic activity was ever found. SCP-7000 is merely the child of random chance, but random doesn't merely exist. Chaos is the result of immeasurably complex laws, and so, as I steer into this abyss of utter improbability, I find myself revising my old mantra. The universe will always progress towards a state of lower energy. Roads will always lead to Rome. Dr. Shu Wang.